What's up, party people? Today I'm going to be sharing with you my first impression of Dekaron Asia, and I will be asking the also important question, would you recommend playing this game? Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any upcoming content. Let's get this party started. What's up, guys? Today, I am going to be talking about Dekaron Asia. This is my first impression of Dekaron Asia, and I will also be talking about whether or not I think you guys should be checking out this new official Dekaron server. Now, this came out, I think, last Thursday, at least for me, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have not had a lot of time to play it. I've been very busy. I've been busy with work, doing some traveling this weekend, and I haven't been able to really delve into it that much. However, I am, leveling as much as I possibly can and enjoying it as much as I can. And I have to say, guys, this server is much different than any server we have seen in a very long time. First off, the max level on the server is indeed level 130, which is kind of fun, because if you go and you look at your skills, you'll notice that it doesn't go beyond just your basic skills. There are no Trans 1, there are no Trans 2, there are no Meisters, there are no Grandmeisters, there are no attribute specs, anything like that. In addition, the best armor in the game actually right now is the L3 armor, which is funny because if you know that on the other server, it's totally useless now, but in this server, it's actually top-end gear. You see a lot of people in chat and in the agency selling it, this L3 gear, and it's just really cool to see that. Now, in terms of the D shop in the game, I want to talk about that a little bit. So the D shop is very, very bare bones. Basically, there's a package in there right now that gives you like holy water and a couple other things. But holy water doesn't really give you that much of an advantage. They do have some of the basic things that they did in the other one, like talismans and stuff like that. So that is still kind of pay to win. But at least right now, from what I'm seeing, it's not really making that big of a deal right now in content, just because like your normal like +7 to +9 weapons, it's not like that big of a difference when it comes to fighting. So overall, this server feels very, very balanced right now in terms of like paying players and non-playing players, which for me, I am finding extremely fun because it makes me feel like I can actually compete with people just by, working hard, putting in time, and not just like shelling money out of my wallet. Obviously, like buying the holy water is going to make things easier, but that's just kind of a premium item that's being offered, and I have no issue with holy water at all. But yeah, the server is really cool. It's extremely active. It's funny, when I first logged into the game, I was walking around in our Deka, and our Deka was completely empty. And it was really funny because I was like, everyone told me this server is really active and I don't see anyone at all. But then I started leveling, and I found very quickly that all of these maps are just filled with players leveling up. It's so easy to find like a party right here. So like right now, the best way to level is to do these like defeat 100 hordes of evil quests. So I'm just doing that here in High Half, and it's so easy to find a party and to level up with people because there's all these people going. Everyone's really friendly. On the Helion server, which is the server that I am currently playing on, there are actually tons of English-speaking players, even though it is an Asian server, so that's kind of cool. I'm not having any issues communicating with people. There are some people that are speaking other languages that I'm not familiar with, but overall, I've run into enough English-speaking players, especially from like Global and other servers, that I really haven't had any issues. From what I've heard, as soon as you get into the high-level maps, there's a lot of PKing, which I'm really excited to get into. I'm kind of lagging behind, like I said. At this point, I've only maybe put in, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours into the game max, just because I haven't had a ton of time to play. But yeah, no, I mean, it just seems like a really fun server, guys. I don't know, it's fresh, it's new, things seem very balanced. There was an issue on the server, and the publishers immediately took it down and fixed it. Really fast response time. I'm having a good time. I don't know. I don't really know what else I would say about this other than, it's just fun, and I'm really excited to see what direction they go in with this. I'm really curious to see how they release new content, right? Because right now this server is very far behind like any of the other official servers in terms of content release. But I think that's what's going to be really cool for Godlike Games, is because they can kind of release stuff in like whatever order they want. There's no rush, and I'm really hoping that as they release stuff, they really think about how it's going to affect the balance of the game, and they think about the ways that this stuff is obtained. Because right now, as the game states, everyone can just obtain pretty much everything. Like, I mean, I think there's one costume. I don't even know what stats it gives, but I don't think it's making that big of a difference. It's kind of cool. I saw someone running around with what I thought were Phoenix wings, and they were Phoenix wings, but I found out that it was actually just from playing in the beta, and they don't give any stats. It was just a fun cosmetic thing that you got, like a timed pair of wings for participating in the beta. I don't know. It's cool, and I'm really curious to see how they release content and how they progress the server. Honestly, I hope the server never gets to the point where you're using like Heffron and Helion weapons, because at least for me, guys, when I was playing on the other server, the release of like Heffron and Helion weapons is kind of what killed PvP for me, because at that point, if you spent money on the game, you were infinitely more powerful than players who didn't spend a bunch of money. So I really hope this server doesn't follow the same suit. But it seems to have a really good start. It is Ubi fun, so I am concerned about, how the content is going to be shaped going forward in terms of whether it's like pay to win or not pay to win. But at least right now, the game is at a fairly healthy level of pay to win / not pay to win. Obviously, you can still buy talismans and protectors and stuff like that, so you are going to have an advantage if you're paying. But right now, gear is at a point, like I said, where doing that won't create this like crazy gap. Like there isn't like a crazy gap. There is going to be some gap, but it's not as big as it is on all the other servers, and I'm really hoping that the publishers for this game try to keep it that way. Because if they keep it that way, then I think everyone will continue to enjoy the servers. I know pretty much everyone I know who plays this game is now playing the Dekaron Asia server just because it's significantly more balanced and fun. And like I said, I'm just excited to keep on leveling and get to really get into some of that, PvP and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't really found a super active guild yet. This is just a random guild I joined, but if any of you guys have any active guilds on here, let me know. I'd be happy to join or maybe make one or something. I don't know. If you're looking at how to level, I'll probably make a guide about it, but at least right now, to get to level 71, I feel fairly confident with. You're just going to want to do your main quest through our Deka and through our Deneb, and then by the time you get through a bunch of the quests here in High Half, you can start taking this at the commission board, and basically you just want to keep running this quest over and over again until you get to level 71. It actually goes pretty quick, especially if you get a full party. As you can see, that's what I'm doing here. We're all just running through this, and it's pretty fast. After getting to level 71, I'm planning on going to Norak, and we'll see what happens once I get there. There's probably going to be more commission quests and stuff like that. But yeah, it's also kind of funny, like when you're leveling with these parties, like a lot of times you might like butt heads with another party, and then you end up having like this like PvP war with the other party for the spot, which is kind of fun. I mean, that's the Dekaron that people like know and love, and it's just, I don't know, I think it's very exciting. It's really cool. I'm having a good time, and I hope that it continues to be that way. I honestly feel like this is what Helion server on, Dekaron Online should have been. Like, I really feel like this is what it should have been, but it just wasn't. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this server. Let me know if you're having a fun time, and let me know what you're up to. Let me know how the leveling's going. Just tell me everything you're thinking. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, guys, take care.